We're in Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary, where coral reef that's been decimated by climate change and disease is getting a new lease on life. Scientists have come up with a way to grow coral that can survive in today's warmer and more acidic waters.
So what we're going to do here is the process of microfragging. So long as you don't rub the back of the blade, you're fine. You won't cut yourself on it.
Here we go. Oh no.
Even though Sarah says I won't hurt myself, I'm taking it real slow, slicing the coral into small squares. This cutting, or fragging, stimulates rapid regrowth in the coral at a rate 25 times faster than in nature. So this tiny speck could soon be viable coral.
Perfect. Dunk it in the water.
All right, Colton, it's my time to shine.
So now we're going to mount that on one of our ceramic plugs.
Just a dab of glue and a tiny fragment of coral, and a future piece of the reef is born.
Congratulations. In 6 months' time, here's one I prepared earlier. It's going to be a full plug, so it's going to be that big. And this is what we're outplanting on the reef.
That is unbelievable.
So that's going to create a new Elkhorn coral.
The plugs will be outplanted or transplanted from the nursery to out on the reef, where they'll hopefully fuse together like this to create new structure.
So do you guys want to go out there and actually help us outplant some of this coral onto the reef?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes, we do.
Kind of was hoping you would ask us that question, so yes, that
Excellent.
would be amazing.
Let's grab our dive gear and go then.
Before we do the actual outplanting, we'll need to harvest the pieces of coral from Moat's underwater nursery.
So essentially, we're going to be looking at a giant growing coral forest.
Absolutely, yeah, and we call them coral trees as well. So we've got a whole bunch of them out there, and you've got coral hanging from them. It's really beautiful.
The trees are full of pieces of staghorn coral. Staghorn has antler-like branches and can grow in big, dense groups known as thickets, which create important habitat for all kinds of marine life, especially fish.
We'll eventually be cable tying small pieces of this staghorn to a reef.
So what we'll be looking for when we get out to the nursery is pieces of coral that are about yay big, so we're looking about 5-6 centimeters. We're gonna get our tool, we're gonna place it right on the corner here, and we're gonna snip it. That piece is gonna fall off, and we're gonna take that out onto the reef and have it grow.
You want to be safe out here. Protect your skin. You look a little funny, sure, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
We're using a reef-safe sunblock so we don't hurt the coral. The nursery is about 4 miles off the coast, where the water flow is better for growing coral.
Let's do it.
Real toes on the edge, regulator in, big step.
It's a quick swim to the nursery in about 15 to 20 feet of water. And when the trees come into view, it looks so cool. They're loaded with staghorn coral. Sarah gives us a quick demo of the fragging process. Like she said, we just find a piece that's long enough, snip it, and let the coral fall to the bottom, where we'll collect it later.
Now it's my turn, and even though it looks pretty simple, I'm taking my time on the first cut. One down, a couple dozen more to go for each of us. Like the corals in the lab, the process of cutting it actually promotes more growth in the pieces that will remain on these nursery trees, and these that will outplant.
Our basket is full, and it's time to head to the reef to do the planting.
Good to go.
We're going to be outplanting on what's called a patch reef, an isolated formation between other bigger reefs. We're still a few miles from shore here in about 20 feet of water.
The Moat team has already pounded in clusters of nails to the reef structure for anchoring the staghorn. Sarah demonstrates how to attach the pieces with a cable tie.
It looks simple, but the strong current on the reef is making it hard to stay steady. Every time I get close, a wave pushes me off course. But after evening out my buoyancy, it's getting easier to get the work done.
The coral will eventually cover these nails and ties and will continue to grow together, creating a whole new section of the reef. Even before we finish up, fish are swimming around the new clusters of staghorn. A great sign, and a perfect ending for this adventure.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave any questions or comments that you have.
And please subscribe to the channel, there's a lot more to come.